Alright, so it's clearly daytime, but this is one of those nights. I'm gonna get straight to it. I have been gone for damn near 10 months, but we're gonna get straight to it. This is one of those nights, and good morning to y'all, good afternoon to y'all, good evening, and good night to y'all. It doesn't matter what time y'all watching this, it doesn't matter what time y'all listening to this. I want to thank y'all for listening to my first ever episode. My name is JJ, and I am a senior, class of 2025. And for the first week of high school, it's kind of crazy, I'll be honest. So I have a couple rules and disclaimers I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say anybody's names unless I have their consent. Since this is the first episode, I haven't asked anybody yet. But I do and I will have code names for people, which I am actually excited for because I feel like that would be fun to do. But I'm gonna be telling stories on the podcast. I'm gonna be telling y'all what happens during this podcast, stuff like that, and it's gonna be fun. Trust me. So pretty much, first week of school was fun. I would say first day of school was kind of crazy, especially around lunchtime. So the way how there's 6 different lunches in my school. There's 4A, 4B, 5A, 5B, 6A, 6B. In total, 6 lunches. I am in 5A because I am in a program for the rest of my schedule. I have a social studies class first period, math class second period. My third period is a gym class, and fourth period is my science class. The gym and science class is an elective, and classes is math and social studies. And those are 4 classes. I have a total of 8, and the rest of the day I'm in a program. That program is kind of like a career cluster kind of thing. You can do cooking, music, videography, photography, a lot of like medicine, a lot of stuff, entrepreneurship, cybersecurity. It's a lot. I'm in music, and this is like another one of my disclaimers. When I go and take on my breaks, I will have small segments. Probably when like I have like prime example, I have these mics, kind of like mics you see on TikTok, Amazon, these portable mics, and that is for like if I do anything small, like an interview, if I have smaller talks and stuff like that. And then there's music. So to show my love out for those who do music, I am a huge fan of music. I will have people who are upcoming artists, people who are very underrated or deep underground artists. I will play their music so they can get some clout, more clout, and stuff like that during my breaks. Kind of like how a radio station is and stuff like that. I told them how it works. I already have like a full list of people who I have permission to use their music, so y'all gonna hear some bangers. Trust me, these people, they know what they're doing. They work hard to make some good ass music. So let's get straight to it. Now, first week of school, I have two stories already. So first story is that in my first day of school, we had lunch. It was lunchtime. I had met up with my homeboys, and we had sat down and we had found a table, and everyone pretty much knew each other due to the fact that everybody was in that program and they're seniors and stuff like that. So everybody pretty much knew each other, and this stuff started already happening. So first code name, it might get changed possibly, but in this story there's 3 people you all need to know. It is boyfriend, girlfriend, and homeboy. That's it. Now, hearing those names, you might think something crazy happened, but don't assume, don't overthink it. So boyfriend comes to sit at my table, me and my homeboys at my table. Girlfriend is at a different table, but it's in that same you can still see her and stuff like that. So boyfriend is telling us how he hasn't talked to his girlfriend in 2 months. We're like, why? He said because his phone broke. And we were like, oh, what? Okay, like you couldn't tell your girl that? No. Here's where the story comes from. This is his story. So his phone broke. He still has IG. His girlfriend don't know that his phone broke, and she don't have IG. So therefore, he can't communicate with his girl. What does he do? He doesn't decide to communicate with his girl, making it weird. And girlfriend is over here trying to figure out, oh, why hasn't he been texting me? Why hasn't he been calling me? Stuff like that. So girlfriend does probably a good thing, a good option of what she should do. She contacts boyfriend's homeboys. She's texting them, hey, how is boyfriend? What is he doing? Why is he not texting me? What do? They tell boyfriend. What does boyfriend do? Nothing. So he's telling us all this at lunch, and we're like, dog, like you gotta go talk to her. They haven't talked to each other in 2 months. One thing I would say in a communication is communication is key. No communication was there, so it was kind of like y'all gotta talk to each other. So y'all haven't talked to each other in 2 months. Really bad, but she's there. Y'all know each other. Y'all know they've been dating for a while since last school year. Y'all might as well start talking again, or at least catch up. So I told him, I was like, hey man, I got you. I'll go get her. Like I'll go talk to her. Maybe she can come to you. So why, when I say that, I stand up, not one, not two, but three people decide to get up with me. And I'm like, whoa, I don't need all y'all to stand up with me. I can do it myself. And it was just like, y'all making it so dramatic. Y'all making it like we don't gotta do all that. Y'all basically pressing the girl at this point to not ask, but force her to go talk to this guy. I wasn't trying to do all that. I was just gonna simply stand up, go to the girl, go talk to her, see if she don't mind coming to our table and saying or communicating with her boyfriend. So I sit my ass down because it's like, I'm not finna go with them and I don't talk. I was like, yeah, I got it. So next thing you know, I think one or two people went to go talk to her. They come back. One of my homeboys was the one that came back. They come back. My homeboy was like, oh, she said she not talking to you. You better get your ass over there. He got disrespected by that and decided to not come over there at all. And I was like, bro, if you don't go talk to her. And it was just a whole big thing for no reason on the first day of school. And I was like, y'all got it. So my homegirl, who was sitting with girlfriend, she had one of my attention. So I had went over there and we were talking. Now lunch is about to be over and I'm talking to this girl, and I'm talking to my homegirl, and I decided to talk to the girlfriend too. I was like, hey, how come you go over, why not go over there and talk to boyfriend? Since I'm kind of by myself now and it's no other guy there. I'm talking, well, since I was just over there. Yeah. So I'm talking and she's like, oh, she seems already irritated. I was like, you got it. I ain't gonna do nothing. So that happened. And the thing is, this program, it's in our school. The thing is, it's on the other side of the lunchroom. So it's like the lunchroom is one end of the school and the other end is the program. And I was like, damn. So it was going to be a long walk either way. It's not that long of a walk, but it's fine. So we get there, or lunch is over. We all had to go through the same way. And boyfriend comes up to me, girlfriend, and my homegirl I was talking to. And I had pulled my homegirl to the side. I was like, hey, let's start heading to class because we don't want to seem like we eavesdropping on their conversation. I don't know how long that conversation lasted. I don't even know what the conversation went. But when I seen girlfriend, she was pissed off. Like, she was mad. Not mad like causing a scene, but if you talk to her, she was like talking mad crazy about him, or based off what I heard. And to this day, it's the end of the week, I haven't seen boyfriend in a minute. I haven't seen him ever since the first day of school. I was like, yo, what happened? And hey man, all my advice to homeboys, y'all gotta communicate with y'all girls. And it's the same thing on the other side. Y'all girls gotta communicate with y'all boys, especially if it's a 2-month period. They broken up. They're not still together. They broken up, which seemed like a reasonable thing. But what had me was the fact that he didn't try to communicate with her. So I would have to say I do have to side on her side of the story, because it's not like she didn't have, or she wasn't trying to talk to him, because she went to contact his homeboys to try and like, oh, why is he not talking to me, kind of thing. So basically she got ghosted for 2 months and he didn't tell her anything until they talked back after 2 months. So it's like, y'all got it. So that was the first story, and that was basically the first day of school, so we already had drama. Second story, I am not sure, this was Wednesday, maybe Thursday. First week of school, we already had a fight. Yep, already had a fight. How do we already have a fight first week of school? I don't know. Man, I didn't see the video. I haven't seen I only saw the video. I didn't see the fight in person. But Apparently, the backstory of that fight was that one guy was talking smack. He swung first, and then he decided to started punching or throwing haymakers at somebody, and then he eventually got jumped. Don't know how early in the day it was, but it happened. Bro got jumped first week of school, which is kind of crazy. And then what happened before I figured out the backstory of the story, the backstory of the fight, I had my suspicions. Like, okay, why could they be fighting first week of school? I was in my science class, and I was talking to my homeboy, and I was like, hey, what do you think was the reason why they was fighting? So I said, I'll be honest, if you're fighting this week, this first week of school, probably I had dragged it. I wasn't reasonable. I had dragged it a little. And I was like, maybe somebody killed his mama. I don't know why I said that. But to be honest, it was like, what could you be fighting first week of school? So I was like, shoot, he probably says he probably killed his mama. And I was like, and my homeboy was like, no, let's not that. He had a more reasonable one, and his was actually a much better reason. In my opinion, I wouldn't start a fight over it, but in this like freshman's, junior, sophomore, they probably would. So he was saying, okay, maybe someone took his phone, and it wasn't so much like you got your phone stolen and you found the person who it was and you started beating his ass. No, it was more like let's say the scenario, like you talking to your you guy, girl, whatever, scenario. You talking to your homeboy, you talking to your homegirl, you talking to somebody you like, whatever, and your phone's on the table, and some random just takes your phone, and he's like, "It's my phone. You're not getting this back." And it's like, if it would at first, here's the thing: if it's someone I know, like this is speaking for me. If it's someone I know, I'd be like, man, if you don't get back my phone, or it's like it depends how close I am. Like I'm gonna see, like, oh, he just took your phone. I was like, I see him after class. I'm gonna get my phone back. Eventually, I'm gonna get my phone back. And or I'll joke around like, man, you gonna get my phone, man, get my goddamn phone, like stuff like that. That's how I talk to people I'm close with. Now if it's somebody I don't know and they're trying to start a fight or something, most of the time they are a narc and they trying to get the attention. So obviously they're gonna try and piss me off. So I would talk calmly like, can you give me my phone? Like, and then I'll ask like, why did you take my phone? And I'll have my hand out like, give me back my phone. Like, speak calmly. And this is advice too. If somebody trying to come at you crazy, and you're in school, church, a place that you shouldn't be fighting, don't get tempted, because that's what's going to happen. You're going to get tempted to fight, and to be honest, you really don't want that. No one wants to, like, it's, and besides, it's the first week of school. Nobody trying to fight over you that. Now, if it gets to the point where you gotta fight him, you better put them hands up. Now, I was like, it's like, that's not something I would be worth fighting for, because the thing is, they're gonna try and piss you off, like, oh, nah, it's my phone, you ain't gonna do shit about it, bitch. Like, oh, okay, such foul language. Now, I'm still gonna, now that's where I had to get up and actually go get my phone, because, they're obviously not gonna give it back. And I'll be honest, I'm not gonna snitch to no teacher at my age, like, oh, he took my phone. Like, I'm just gonna get my phone back. That, I would consider me having to press the guy, like, come getting my phone back, but it wouldn't be something I fight about. Me personally, I wouldn't start a fight, even if it's just words. I wouldn't start a fight. It's not in my soul to start a fight unless I have some genuine hatred or I have some type of vengeance that I need to let out, whatever. But I wouldn't start a fight just for a dumb reason, or any reason that is, unless it's like an actual like John Wick backstory, anime protagonist backstory reason. But that wouldn't be the reason why I started a fight. And to be honest, speaking of fights, I genuinely believe there's 4 types of fights. And those 4 types of fights, there's a school fight, there's a street fight, there's a regular fight, and there's a scripted fight. So 4 types of fights. Now, school fight is like, it's entertainment. Like, it's an attention grabber. It's like, it can get messed up, it can get bloody, gory. It's sometimes for a dumb reason, but it's obviously for attention. Like, I'll be honest, ever since I started high school, there's been a lot of fights. Some mad, like, oh, some like, like, some more entertaining than others, and some just like boring as shit. Like, they scuffle, and some of them I genuinely believe like they just did that for attention. Like, to be honest, I remember last year, I don't know what happened, everybody was getting loud, and I thought a fight had happened, or something bad was happening at the school. No, it was just a bunch of underclassmen yelling and running across all the way. And I'm not talking about 5, 6 people. I'm talking about a whole section of people just running and yelling down the stairs. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, what? And at that point, it was like, what was the point of that? A street fight. Actually, no, a regular fight. This is my homeboy story. Basically, he was just outside or at a cousin's birthday party, and his younger cousins was hooping with some neighbors, and it got a little serious, and they started fighting. They started fighting, and I wasn't there to see it. There wasn't no video. That's the thing. It wasn't an attention grabber. It was just it just happened. Like, no one tried to stop it, and it just happened. Once the fight was over, That's a big difference from a school fight, because it's just the fact that one is like everybody's loud, is going to get broken up, but in a regular fight, it's not. Once it happens, it happens. So that's a big difference from a regular fight. A street fight, a street fight, no reason at all, no rules at all, chance of losing your life or anything, something bad's gonna happen. A street fight is basically the worst kind of fight to be in, because of the fact that you can't do anything about it. And that's the thing, when it comes to a street fight, there's no rules. Like, they gonna bite you, they gonna scratch you, they gonna pull your hair. Shoot, you might be fighting a girl for all that matters. The whole thing about a street fight is the fact that they want to rather beat your ass, or they rather want to kill you. So you rather have to self-defense or beat their ass before they beat your ass. Simple. And there's always their friends too. Let's say you at a bar and you with your friends, and at the same time they probably got weapons. And I'm not talking about a gun. I'm talking about a random lead pipe they found in the alley. Like, there's no rules in a street fight. That's the thing. It's just amazing. But then there's a scripted fight. Scripted fight is obviously the biggest attention grabber out of all of them, and that is where it's scripted, legal documents, like stuff like that. It's completely legal. It gets hella viewers, TV, all that, and everybody knows scripted fights are rather fake or really popular. Those are MMA, boxing matches, WWE, like those type of fights. And if I had to be completely honest, if I was ever in a street fight, and everybody who's a big fan of WWE, trust me, they would definitely use a WWE finisher in a street fight. Now, I'll give y'all my top 3 WWE finishers I would use in a street fight. But before I do that, I'll give my honorable mentions and some I just wouldn't do, because of the fact that there's a chance that it's a way I could get hurt, it takes too long, or my opponent can counter that. So, prime example, I would not use like a move where I can just put them above my shoulders, like John Cena attitude adjustment or CM Punk's go to sleep. Or Brock Lesnar's F5. That one might do the best damage, but that takes way too long. That's gonna take way too long, and it's gonna do a lot of damage. It's just gonna take too long. And let's say a spear, like Goldberg, Roman Reigns, Batista. A spear can easily get countered, because let's say I'm small, I wouldn't use a spear. Now, let's just say I spear the guy, and then I don't get up fast enough, and he counters by putting me in a headlock, and I'm out cold. That can easily get countered. And let's see, like, there's a lot of WWE moves where it's gonna hurt me. Like, prime example, this would be like my honorable mention. I have 3 honorable mentions. It is ones I would do, but it's the fact that I would get hurt too. And that is Randy Orton's RKO, Chris Jericho's Codebreaker, and Dolph Ziggler's Zigzag. Those 3 moves I would use if it didn't hurt me. Randy Orton's RKO is going to help me because of the fact that I am going to get hurt. My back of the head might get hurt. My back might get hurt in general. Then there's Chris Jericho's Codebreaker. My tailbone might hurt. I'm going to fall too. And Dolph Ziggler's Zigzag, same thing. My lower half might get hurt. Like, my hamstrings might get hurt. And my tailbone might get hurt. And it's kind of like a sneak attack too. The RKO and the Zigzag is a kind of like a sneak attack. because of the fact that it's like you're turning them around. It's like it's basically like a sneak attack kind of. And the only time I could really use those as effective is if if it's like somebody getting jumped. Homeboy is fighting someone, and the guy he's fighting has a friend that's trying to jump in. If I come from behind, I can do a zigzag, or I can just run straight up, RKO him. But it's more of like a sneak attack, so I won't be able to do that. Then we have another honorable mention, but it's basic and it probably might do anything. These are 5 honorable mentions, and to be in total, it's basically kicking. It's basically a kick. It's like Drew McIntyre's or Sheamus bro kick or Claymore kick, like a boot to the face. That's gonna do damage. Just I don't think it's gonna do a lot of damage. And there's Dolph Ziggler's and Shawn Michaels super kick and Sweet Chin Music. That's gonna do damage. It's gonna hurt them. It's gonna hurt their jaw, but it's not gonna knock them out. Then there's Kofi Kingston's Trope in Paradise. That's gonna do damage. It's gonna side the head at most. It's gonna do damage. It's just not enough to end it off. So here we have number 3. Number 3 on my list of super finishers I will use is the Undertaker's, not Tombstone, because that's gonna take way too damn long. It is his choke slam. A choke slam is the number 3 because it's simple, it's a lot, and it's not. I'm still gonna be standing on my feet. It's not gonna hurt me. All I gotta do is put him in a chokehold, lift him up, slam him on the ground. Now he could protect his back of his head, whatever. He's still gonna get hurt. His back gonna hurt, lower back gonna hurt, back of the head gonna hurt. It don't matter. He gonna hurt. You get hurt. Then there's number 2 is Seth Rollins' curb stomp. Boy, that is a bad one and it's a really effective one. I'm also still on my feet. I'm not gonna get hurt, but my opponent is definitely gonna get hurt due to the fact that my foot is on the back of his head and he's going face first into the ground, and he's gonna have some type of head damage from that. All lower back, neck down is gonna be fine, but that head trauma is gonna knock him out. I have a huge feeling it's gonna knock him out. My number 1 pick will be, even though it's gonna hurt me a little, at most it's gonna hurt my knees. That's it, because I'm gonna be jumping and land on my knees. That's it. It is Triple H's pedigree. The reason why I use that one is because if you really think about it, you have them in a situation where you put them in pedigree. They have no access to the arms, so it's not like they can't get out of it. They have no access to the arms, and they is gonna land face first into the ground, and that's gonna be trauma right there because they know they're gonna be face first into the ground, and that they can't do anything about it. And man, that's a deadly one because of the fact that they don't have no access to the arms. They're completely trapped, and they going face first into the ground. That's gonna be traumatizing. I already know it. So, and that's definitely gonna knock them out. Forehead, nose gonna be broken, teeth might fall out. Who knows? That right there is my number 1 pick for like a WWE finisher I would use because of that fact. Now, when it comes to just the ones I genuinely want to do, because you really got to think about a street fight in general. Like, we all know a street fight has like those abilities to do some crazy stuff, and I don't ever want to get to the point where in a street fight, but if I do, I'm hitting y'all with curb stomp at most. I'll hit y'all with those honorable mentions to and then probably do a little combo, but I'm definitely gonna kick you. Like, you gonna get kicked. And here's the thing, you don't know your opponent. That's one thing about these fights. School fights, regular fight, scripted fights. Yes, you do know stuff about the opponent, but street fight, you don't know. With those other 3 types of fights, you don't know your opponent. So it's kind of like you're cooked. You just, as long as you know that you can fight, and you fought other people who know how to fight or whatever, or you can pull off some solo Ronin stuff and you know how to fight but you never fought anybody, then you good. But in my opinion, I feel like it would be better if you learn how to fight, have a little what's it called? A little fake fight, scrimmage, whatever it's called. You know, a little easy fight where it's like you still training at that point kind of stuff. But that's that. And here y'all are. I'm gonna go on my first break because Been recording for a little while. Voice getting a little low. I can tell by the audio over here. So I'm gonna take a quick little break. I'm gonna play 2 songs from these upcoming artists. First song, actually no, we'll be a little different. We're gonna play 4 songs, depending on how long the break's gonna be, and if I can actually go to it. First song I'm going to play is Mama Outta Town by Tyshawn. Second song is Missing You by A Quicks. Third song, What You Want by Love Dez. And Nito Voices featuring Lil Gigi by Not Nito. Those be 4 songs we played just now. Once again, this is Mama Outta Town by Tyshawn.
Mama out of town, we gon' vibe, we gon' smoke, we gon' vibe, we gon' smoke, we gon' vibe, we gon' smoke. Hey, I ain't got no fine, we gon' vibe, we gon' smoke. Now we buy the smoking cool, we buy the smoking cool. I ain't got no limits on me, all your problems let it be. And my little homie ride around with a felony.
Okay, get it started, gas, make it stay. Hold out liquor, we drinking till we motherfucking can't. Aight, kissing on shawties I don't even know. Kissing on bitches I think I'm a hoe. But it's all cool cause it's all for the show. But it's all cool cause it's all for the show. Pour that Hennessy for my G's, we smoking OG. Sing these melodies if she really fucking with me. I'm a little beast, I ate her coochie, what she got it, she split back to the party cause nobody seen.
Mama out of town, we gon' vibe, we gon' smoke, we gon' vibe, we gon' smoke, we gon' vibe, we gon' smoke. Hey, I ain't got no fine, we gon' vibe, we gon' smoke. Now we buy the smoking coke, we buy the smoking coke. Hey, I ain't got no limits on me, all your problems let it be. And my little homie ride around with a felony.
Hey, mama out of town, spark the gas, we bout to smoke. You hear the sound, the pack is loud. It's that if you know, smoking donkeys with my brodies. And we bout to call the hoes, I'm with your shorty. And she told me, so you come out to the crib and come in lit and get your feet wet. Got the weed, the whole house a party on the weekend. You can bring friends, battles, I'm trying to meet them. Caught me looking at that ass, I'm trying to get between them. We can't be friends. We can't be friends. Okay. We can't be friends. Okay.
Mama out of town, we gon' vibe, we gon' smoke, we gon' vibe, we gon' smoke, we gon' vibe, we gon' smoke. Hey, I ain't got no fine, we gon' vibe, we gon' smoke. Now we buy the smoking coke, we buy the smoking coke. Hey, I ain't got no limits on me, all your problems let it be. And my little homie ride around with a felony.
Hey, bro, hey, what you rolling up on that? Let me get a little hit of that.
Nah, this that demon piss. You can't even have it.
And I'm at the top for real. I'm taking the guap for real. I'm never gonna stop for real. She give me top for real. She not a pop for real. And I just can't cut her off for real. Niggas ain't never been in no pain. Every day tryna slander my name. You ain't got money, so where do you came from? Now shit, niggas just miserable. And I know that I'm mad right now, but promise I'm still missing you. And I know that I'm mad right now, but you still on my mind. Cause I know I can't stay mad at you for long. You the one I spend my time with in a week. We get high, I feel like peace. And in her eyes I look and see she take her pride away from me. I just don't understand. If you don't know who I am, baby, know that I'm your man. I don't know why you be playing. And my phone in my right hand, singing in this mic again. If I shoot my gun, won't jam. If you feel that way, then go and stand on it. And I'm at the top for real. I'm taking the guap for real. I'm never gonna stop for real. She give me top for real. She not a pop for real. And I just can't cut her off for real. Niggas ain't never been in no pain. Every day tryna slander my name. You ain't got money, so where do you came from? Now shit, niggas just miserable. And I know that I'm mad right now, but promise I'm still missing you.
introduce for myself? That's crazy. They call me Nito, not incognito. They be like, Nito, with your voice, talking real loud and I'm making some noise. I don't have nothing to say to people that talk in silent when I gotta make a choice. Nothing to say and nothing to do. Nito be talking like AJ just 2 or 12. Kill him in silence so he go to hell. Right. Nothing I say can let me in jail. Nothing I do could get me a bail. I am not violent with being myself, but when I am rapping, I'm switching it up so well. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with being yourself. When you grow up, the stories you tell are real, not fake. So stop acting cool and eating someone else's plate. Just know it's not too late to get you some tools and get you a crew and fix your mistakes. Mistakes, they ache. There's wars you should face. There's battles you should make, and there's battles you should take. Are you listening now? I'm giving you knowledge. I'm feeling astounded. I'm feeling surrounded. Everyone that you know and you love are doubting your talents and making you feel unbalanced, making you feel like you're mentally challenged or weak, making you feel like a sheep, making you feel like you're trash, making you feel like a pain in the... Look, I'm not here to argue. I'm not here to fight. I'm just here to tell you your brain is your might. Your thoughts and feelings are strong. If you don't think you're wrong, and if you think you're right, then I'm a fight. And it's a fight you gonna lose. And it's a fight like a duel. And it's a fight to the death. And it's a fight where life is choosing the best, choosing the best, choosing the rest. And we gon' fire like to the chest, cap. Fire like to the head, cap. Fire like to the legs, cap. Now I'm capping and laughing and rapping and stacking and changing my flow, yeah. Now I'm mapping and hacking and scrapping and trying to get to that dough, yeah. Trying to get to that freaking dough. I'm unbelievably broke. I have no money. My bank account says 0.00, and I still made better songs than half these artists. No, I'm tapping in. Shout I need it for the spot to feature on the track. I'm about to snap it, snapping the way like I'm about to run circles round your head and make you imagine that you were forgetting. I didn't imagine that I'd be forgiven for being different. It's a mystery. They washing me out like some Listerine. They doing impressions of Mr. Clean. Except I ain't talking about no one specific. I'm talking about me and things that I think. The chef that is cooking perfection in kitchen. I'm making my perfect cuisine. I wish I was kidding, but thoughts are forgiven. I'm looking for clues like I'm blue on a mission. They sending me houses. The letters are given. Perfection is lies and the answers are hidden. I'm in my sentence. I'm saying good riddance. I looked at the sky and I pictured this image. I aim for the finish. So stop till I get it. I would rather die than never dismiss it. No writing is living. I live where the pen is. I will never pivot. Don't think you do get it. My life has a mission. This hole that I'm digging. I'm never gonna stop. No, I never will quit it. I already did it. I'm running the business. I'm creaking the bars like I'm running the prison. I put it together like Discord kittens. I come with the servers like Santa to Christmas. I'm going so long. How you thinking I'm kidding? I'm going too long with the record and Guinness. I'm going too far. My feet hurt and with it. Got too many stats. I be put on my Fitbit. Put on my Fitbit, cause I'm tracking my stats. I won't stop till I'm one of the best. Switching the rise that I'm switching the pace. Doing whatever it takes. Imagine dragging these nuts in your face. That's me throwing little dishes in the form of kisses to the competition. No, I'll never miss, but I mean that missing in the way that I won't lie awake thinking of your weird looking face. What am I talking about? I don't have any competition. Wait, why did I say that? What the hell? Wait, didn't you have another verse, man? Yeah, I did. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm unapologetic, you would never get it high up in the sky. On my way to heaven, catching all these buses. No, I'm never resting, bars and skin and bones. Think I'm anorexic, don't think I can ride. Think I'm dyslexic, picking up the pen, writing it's electric. Put it to the test, it dials to 11. Think I killed the beast, so someone call a medic. People be like, please call help, please call help. Need a snap, now he's being himself. He's being himself, he's not talking about no riches or hoes and shoot. He don't even know about those, he's not even talking the pain or fame. The game that turns people into lames at the end of the day. He's out of his mind, he's out of control, he's out of his time. He's going online with comments under every single post that he can find. He's only 16 with big dreams, with a big house, with big things, but it's empty, cause Nito doesn't want any of that in his life. Yeah, back to first person myself, I'm affirming. The gears in my brain are real smooth and they're turning. The things that I'm learning, the words I be burning are enough to make a hater go insane, cause it hurts. And they're feeling the pain of everything that I could possibly say. My bars are so cold, got me freezing their brains. I look at them now and say, do you like the change? Do you like the rain? Do you feel the shame? Can you keep me tame? Don't know who's to blame, can you see my name all up on a stage? Getting all the fame, can you see my name all up on a stage? Getting all the fame, can you see my name? Can you see my name?
I'll be honest. I don't know who Nito was. I don't know who Nito was going against or dissing in that song. Him and Gigi was mumble rapping. Now, I really do hope that I post this video before it's all confusing. But USA won the gold medal in basketball. I knew they was gonna win. But I have some bad news. LeBron got dunked on. No! Did not expect LeBron to get dunked on. I'll be honest. That's insane. That is really insane. And I'm actually realizing, I'm looking at the audio recording now of my mic. If I bring it up right here, where it's to the side, it doesn't get as much feedback. But if I bring it down here, I'm BSing right now. Let me stop. But I would talk about the Olympics right now. You know, All I gotta say is that USA was on top. USA won a lot of medals. I think China's in the lead right now. I don't know, but I don't know. I don't like how they're doing it. It's more of who has the most gold medals. But because if you look at the medals, just in general, hold on, if I can pull it up on my phone. If you look at the medals in general, just any of the medals, United States, China, they China has the most gold medals. They have 39 gold medals. United States has 38 gold medals. But if you look at total, China has 90 medals, gold, silver, bronze. How much does the United States have? 122. Man, I don't know why they do it like that, but that's Google. But who's at the bottom? So there is a total of 80. Okay, there's not. Oh, this is ranking, so this is not the total countries, but at the bottom with zero or like just one and it's bronze. Albania has one bronze. Cote d'Ivoire, I really apologize. They have one bronze medal. Cape Verde has one bronze medal. Refugee Olympic team has one bronze medal. Peru, Puerto Rico, Qatar, Singapore, Slovakia, and Zambia. I'm sorry for not pronouncing it properly. They all have one gold medal. Let's see about my hometown. Let's see about Guyana. I don't even think Guyana's in the Olympics. Jamaica's in the Olympics. They have one gold, 3 silver, 2 bronze. Any of the Caribbeans, West Indians, Brazil, no, Sweden, nope. Let's see. Let's just Google because I'm scared. I don't think they're in the Olympics. No. Oh, we are, but we didn't win anything. So Guyana was fifth. Women's 400. Women's 400. Fifth. Okay, so they're in athletics. They're in the men's 100, women's 100 freestyle, and swimming. Men's 400 freestyle and swimming. We lost in table tennis, 4-1. Guyana Celtic. Well, we only been at athletics, swimming, and table tennis. Let's look at other Trinidad. Track, cycling, men's curling, and that's it. Let's see. Let's try. Jamaica is currently the only really representative one. Haiti has the women's 100-meter hurdles. They came in 6th. I wasn't going to talk about the Olympics, but here we are. But one thing I do want to talk about is that Disney is making a comeback apparently. So Disney released something that's called D23. I never heard of it. I don't know if it's a yearly thing. I don't honestly know, to be honest. But it's basically where they were showing movies they are releasing. And I'll be honest, DreamWorks got competition because hold on, I'm trying to help myself. DreamWorks got some competition because these movies, I don't know how much movies they release on their little billboard, whatever, but all I know is 5. And I'm gonna do another ranking. I'm gonna rank all 5 of them based on what I know so far and how excited I am to see the movie. So in 5th place, I got Incredibles 3. Now, a lot of people was actually hyped for that. I'm not. I'll be honest. Out of these 5, Incredibles 3 is not the one I'm excited for because Incredibles 2 was a copy and paste of Incredibles 1. I didn't really like it. And if we check the internet of Incredibles and Incredibles 2, Incredibles 2 has Rotten Tomatoes of, if it can show me, interviews, recaps. Can y'all just show me the review? Oh, a 7.5 in IMDb, and in The Incredibles, an 8. 97% Rotten Tomatoes. Incredibles 2 Rotten Tomatoes were, okay, so I had to actually go to the website. 93. Well, apparently it was a good movie in my opinion. I'm not really excited. I didn't really like it because it really was just a copy and paste. Mr. Incredible in the first Incredibles, Mr. Incredible was the one out doing crime. He got his ass whooped. Mrs. Incredible was at home taking care of the kids, and she had to come save her husband. And then it turns out she got messed up too, and the kids had to save the day. Same thing in part two. Frozone was being badass as ever, and in part two, Miss Elastigirl was doing more than Mr. Incredible. He was a stay-at-home dad, and it was really a copy and paste. So I'll be honest, I didn't really like it. Now, fourth place and third place, I could really switch because I actually know more of fourth instead of third. But to be honest, I actually am more excited. But Moana 2. Moana 2 is my fourth movie that I'm excited to see because I know more about this one too. Apparently, Moana has a little sister. Their parents made a little sister, and it's not like it's a newborn. She's like 5, 6, so that makes Moana really old. That's like she's probably in her early 20s now. I'm not sure. And apparently, she is traveling. She's not with Maui anymore, but I'm pretty sure Maui's gonna come back. And there's an ancient island that they're going to travel to, and they're going to explore. The music, like the soundtrack, already sounds amazing. It's kind of like Avatar. It's like that Hawaiian tropical music that I really do enjoy. So I'm excited for that. Third place, give me Zootopia 2. That I'm actually excited for. Even though I know nothing about it, I really enjoyed Zootopia 1 because of the fact that it was a really good movie. I thought Zootopia Plus was actually Zootopia 2, but I don't know what it's going to be. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Nick and Judy, and they're going to solve a crime. What could it possibly be? I don't know. Maybe the prey's the predator now. I don't know. Maybe there's mutants. I don't know. I don't know what they could do. Second place is actually a shocker because actually a lot of people probably thought it was going to be number one. The live action Lilo and Stitch. That Lilo and Stitch live action. A lot of people thought Stitch was going to be looking hideous and ugly. I like it. Stitch actually looks pretty good. And it's not like how it was like Sonic or any live action real life person. He actually looks like a real life Stitch. I do enjoy it. He's furry and stuff like that. He's adorable, I'll be honest. Like when they did Sonic, I was like, what is that? That is not a hedgehog, that is a rat. That is a human in a mouse costume. That is Chuck E. Cheese on crack and beyond. And I was like, what is that? I'm so glad Sega and whatever movie production, Paramount, I'm not sure, did a rework because that was hideous. And Stitch looks amazing. But my number one movie I'm actually very excited to see, even though the previous movie is a series, but the previous movie was my least favorite, Toy Story 5. Holy moly. I'm excited for this because I actually know, and I'm actually interested in this one because of the story. So, it turns out, it's a spoiler, Woody is back. He's going to get reunited with the rest of the toys. So that's kind of like a spoiler. And I should have probably gave a spoiler warning before this. I apologize to you all. I know there's a lot of Disney fans, but anyways, the plot is, I'm guessing, Bonnie, I'll be honest, Andy should have taken all them toys to college. Bonnie is now a iPad kid. And we all know what an iPad kid is. Because, I really am interested in how this is going to turn out because of the fact that a lot of kids nowadays don't play with toys. I don't have cable TV anymore. I have Roku, but there's still some ads that I would see. And, I don't see any toy ads anymore. I don't know any toys that's out there. So it's like, I don't know what toys look like nowadays. And the fact that Bonnie being an iPad kid makes so much sense due to like our generation now and how the world is now. Nobody plays with toys. I get excited when I see kids outside because when I was young, I always wanted to go outside. I never wanted to go inside. I was an outside kid, but nobody be outside. And I feel like I'm getting older too because when I be asking like people in my neighborhood who I'm cool with and who will actually go to my school, I'm like, yo, you want to go like on a walk or something, or you just want to hang out outside? There's nothing wrong with that. We don't be like, oh, you want to play outside? Like, no, we don't be like that. We just be like, yo, you want to like take a walk, like a nature walk or something? Like, I could tell we're getting old, but it's like, at least we're going outside. But there's nobody that go outside, but except a few little kids, and I'm actually excited. Like, there's some few kids I've seen riding around with bikes. Cool. They be playing with their little soccer ball. Cool. Just don't hit nothing, and y'all be good. But even if they do hit something, memories. Ooh, having fun. The idea that Bonnie is not playing with the toys anymore and is constantly on her device, I really want to see how they're gonna adapt to that, how they will react with that. So that's why, out of all those 5 movies, maybe even more, I don't know what else is coming out. Out of all those 5 movies, Toy Story 5 is what I'm most excited for. And yes, I did say that Toy Story 4 was not. It was a good movie. I will admit, Toy Story 4 was the worst out of all 4 movies, but it wasn't a bad movie. I could say that. You know, there's a really good, great series. There's really good, great series out there. But let's be honest, a lot of people didn't like some movies in that thingy. But there's nothing wrong with that. It was probably the worst one in there, but it probably wasn't the worst movie in total. Prime example, The Avengers. Avengers 1 was amazing. Avengers 2 was amazing. Avengers 3 was amazing. Avengers 4, amazing. Now, if you compare those 4, a lot of people might say the second one was bad. Maybe even the first one. I don't know why, but a lot of people said the second one was bad compared to the rest of the 4. That doesn't make the series terrible. Same thing with Toy Story. Toy Story 1, amazing. Toy Story 2, amazing. Toy Story 3, my favorite. Toy Story 4, it was a good movie. It was the worst out of the 4, but it doesn't make it a bad movie. It's just the sudden decision that Woody decided to go with his girl instead of his friends. But let's be honest, I don't blame Woody. And I stand on that. I don't think Woody was in the wrong. To be honest, there's 2 cow people in the series, Jesse and Woody. Woody was not being played with. Woody got abandoned. Woody was getting dust on him. He wasn't getting played with, and that sucked because it was like, why? It was like main character not getting any love. If I was like Bonnie is, Mom, I love you. Bonnie is a bitch. Bonnie, that little girl, is a bitch. I apologize. You know I would never call any girl a bitch and any woman a bitch. But that little girl, I hate her. I hate her. Like, Toy Story 3, I'm thinking, okay, I can, like, and I was young when I seen Toy Story 3. I was like, okay, Toy Story 3, we gonna see a new girl, we gonna see a girl playing with new toys. There's new toys out there. Woody not getting any love. And it's like, man, it's like Woody's not getting any love. And there's nothing, I didn't like that. Because Woody was my favorite. Even when it came to part 1, when everybody was in love with Buzz Lightyear. Buzz Lightyear was cool. There's nothing wrong with Buzz Lightyear. But my thing is, why was Woody not getting any love? Like, it was that one scene from Toy Story 4 where they all was getting played with. Woody was in the closet. She opens the closet. Woody's excited. Oh, I'm gonna get played with. No. She grabs his sheriff badge and throws him back in the closet. I was mad. I was like, yo, Bonnie, I hate this little girl. Like, and now seeing part 5, apparently she's an iPad kid, but she's not the main villain. Because there's always a toy who's a main villain in the movies. Well, except part 2. Part 1, the main villain was... Who was the main villain in part 1? I don't think there was a main villain in part 1. I don't think so. No. I think it was just like a protagonist or antagonist kind of thing. I don't think there was a main villain in part 1. Part 2, it was Sid, which was a human who was making adventures with his toys. Part 3 was Lotso, the best villain out of all of them, because of the fact that he was jealous because one person didn't love him, so he was like make sure that everybody is in love with him. Part 4 was them dolls because they needed Woody's voice box so she could be loved. And she's a pretty cool antagonist, but alright. And then part 5 is a spoiler, even though I already spoiled a lot. Is apparently Buzz Lightyear. And it's not our homeboy Buzz Lightyear. You know, he'll never betray us because he's in love with Jessie. But it's a new version of Buzz Lightyear. Y'all remember? Oh! No, not really. Wait, hold on. rewind time. Toy Story's 1 villain was Sid. Toy Story's 2 villain was the barnyard guy. I'm getting everything mixed up. Yes, Toy Story 2, the villain in Toy Story 2 was the pickaxe dude, Axeman, whatever it's called, whatever his name is called, that fat dude. And he was an okay villain. Okay, his purpose was stupid because instead of him being played with, he rather people watch him. I don't know why that make any sense. I mean, I understand the fact that he was a collector's toy, but okay, like I don't care. Like they want to be played with. Like, oh well, Andy's gonna get rid of us. Like, there's other people that's gonna play with y'all, and there was other people that's gonna play with him. But then Toy Story 3, there was Lotso, like I said, best villain. Toy Story 4 was him dog. She wanted Woody's voice box. And in Toy Story 5, it's a new version of Buzz Lightyear. Toy Story 2, remember when there was what was happening? There was a new version of Buzz Lightyear where he had the belt, and it was like some badge. I'm guessing. I don't remember. And he was like, oh, and he was still like, oh, you're a toy, you're a toy. Apparently, there was like a new thing where a new version of Buzz Lightyear. I'll be honest, it's been years. Buzz Lightyear was first introduced when Andy was a kid. Andy's in college and beyond now. Y'all telling me y'all couldn't make new toys? Buzz Lightyear is apparently uh electronic, like an electronic toy, where you can control them with the phone. Like them little robots you see, them cute little robot squares. Like yeah. So it's kind of like that. Expensive ass little toys. Though he's a villain now, and it's like a new version of Buzz Lightyear. The newest version of Buzz Lightyear is a villain now. So yeah. But I'll be honest, like Toy Story. I don't think is there any other series besides, because I'll be honest, I don't know any other series besides Toy Story that's like beyond 2 movies. I mean, there's the live action movies like Descendants, but to be honest, Toy Story is the only movie I know. Dang, I really gotta think, because there's Cars. Yes, Cars is also a good one. I think that's the only 2, to be honest, because there's Cars, there's Toy Story. Monsters Inc. have 2, but it's a prequel. Prequel. And yeah, I don't know any. I gotta Google this because I know it can't just be Cars and Toy Story, movie series in Disney. Completely spelled that wrong. Oh, speaking of movie series, I'll be honest, I did not like, and I wasn't I wouldn't say it was a lie, but watching them on Disney Plus when they made part 2 version of classic movies. I bet y'all didn't even know this. There's a part 2 of Cinderella. There's a part 2 of Aladdin. There's a part 2 of Tarzan. Now there's a part 2 of Lilo and Stitch. Now I'll be honest, some of them have a good part 2. Some of them do. But Disney sucks at making a part 2 of these movies. Apparently Aladdin 2, I hit my mic. That might be a loud feedback. Aladdin 2, Jafar came back. The animation was terrible. Holy moly, the animation was nowhere as good as it was in Aladdin 1. I think it was called Jafar's Revenge, and it was basically he came back. I didn't see the movie. It made no sense. And then there's Cinderella 2, where apparently Fairy Godmother and the mice. That's a good one. Fairy Godmother and the mice were telling stories, and the stories was like how Jack became a human, and how he wants to be a human so bad, how Cinderella was becoming a princess, and how Anastasia found love. Then they made a part 3. Why did it make a part 3? I don't know, but Cinderella was good. Years later, they made a part 2. Years later, they made a part 3. And then, I'm gonna say this, and I stand on this. Why does Cars 2 get so much hate? I understand that it's such a plot turn because of the fact that it has nothing to do with racing. I understand the fact that Cars 1, all about racing. Yeah. Cars 2, secret spy, bombs, people, cars dying, arson, world tour. It was a lot to handle, but I'll be honest, I like that. There was nothing wrong with that. Jimmy, there was nothing wrong with the fact that about that. I'll be honest, I liked it. A lot of people hated part two. For what? There was nothing wrong with that movie. Cars 3 is my least favorite. I didn't like that girl. Sally, I didn't no Sally's his girl. The one that replaced him in the movie. I didn't really like it. Due to the fact that he was like getting old and he wasn't gonna be Storm. Storm was a tough villain in my opinion. Best villain in all three movies. Cause he was just like that new gen. He was like, oh, I'm just your replacement. Like you ass now. I'm up now. That was like Michael Jordan, LeBron James kind of beef. Cause it's like you getting old. McQueen's fading. Man, that junk hurt me. I was like, man, no, my boy McQueen. His face, he's all flabbergasted and junk. And he was beating his ass at first, but he couldn't handle it for long, so he had to give it to the new girl. And then eventually he was winning piston cups and stuff. And I'll be honest, maybe in part two he shouldn't have been. Even if he won piston cups, should have at least retired or something. But he kept on racing and stuff. But yeah, now my camera is about to die, and I really want to keep this going on. So I want to end it off quickly because I do have to edit all this. So I do want to say thank y'all. This is my first episode. I don't believe it's going to be that long. It's going to be longer in the future because this camera did not charge at all. But thank y'all for listening to today's podcast. And I will fix the theme. The theme will be fixed. It will be nighttime. But thank you for listening to my first podcast on one of these nights. I hope you have a good rest of the day. God bless y'all. Keep God in your life. And I hope I'll see y'all later. Toodles.